here, but we will be unboxing two nihonto in a moment here.
Testing.
And then we have Scott telling us how to test. Not that we need to hear him say that, but hey.
Hey, we got sword pillows.
We got sword pillows, which means I guess Scott's head is a sword. Probably thin enough. So let's see. Gonna set this up here, and we will. Let's see. I think we get better lighting. Actually, we get pretty good lighting right there. And once again, we are trying. Oops! Damn it! I hate these buttons. Pardon my language.
Oh.
I just dropped an F-bomb because I'm annoyed. All right, so anyway, setting up here, and once again, we are going to start unboxing in a hot minute here. I am going to go start up TikTok. I just wanted to make sure we could actually do this. And once again, my screen is really dark and I can't see anything. So let me just bear with me here while I brighten the screen. This is really annoying me. Okay, here we are. Screen is bright. And okay, bear with us here. And hello, Jason. Hello, Angel. We are going to be unboxing some an antique Japanese sword in a moment here. Something old, something new. Just going to start up our TikTok stream here. And once we get that going, we will be able to start unboxing things. And let's see, go live, going live on TikTok. So once again, we are still trying to figure out how to dual cam whether we know how to, but it's just a little complicated task here. All right, so yeah, we'll start with that one because this one is not quite as cool as the other one. Actually, this one is still pretty cool, I have to say, but it's not as old. This is a newer sword. I'm not sure if it is a Shinsakuto or an Edo period sword, the Tang. Well, anyway, we'll get to it. We'll just wait for a few more people to go live here on TikTok before we go. So anyway, hey, JS Bladecraft, Joe in the house, doing great.
What up, Joe McCoogie?
Hunter Loke, yes, for real, we are. And hi, and George, let's go. I have to put my kid to sleep soon. Okay, George, we're gonna try to get there. And yeah, our TikTok numbers are increasing. And so we're gonna unpack the packing paper and hold off on that for a second. Yeah, we're just gonna let Scott build the suspense here. Perform for us. No.
Hey, Joe, how you doing?
And over here,
format, Joe. Your new videos, your shorts are awesome. I love them. I love what's your favorite, your last knife to carry, your whatever brand you'd have for the rest of your life. That is like an awesome
Can you flip
video
this around,
idea.
by the way? I don't want my address showing on the, I'm being paranoid.
That's an awesome video idea, Joe. Anyway, I dig it.
Anyway, people, we are.
Yes, Joe, I'm Spyderco all the way. So I'm in the Spyderco camp, Joe.
All right, I think we have a good enough numbers here that on TikTok, we're both going on TikTok and YouTube, two phones going simultaneous, and we can start unboxing this baby now. Go for it. Let's see what we got here. This, my friends, is a tachi from Japan, which just fell off of the. It looks like a metal piece just fell off it, but that happens with nihonto and things. Is it the koji? Wow. The semigane is bigger than the. Oh, I see what's happening here. So, do you have space for sword dance performance before purchase? Sword dance performance? All right. Joe says thanks, by the way. So this is basically a tachi.
Yeah, I love your content, Joe. Keep it up, man. Wow, this is beautiful. This is a recent rewrap.
Yeah, this is a recent rewrap. And check out the saya on this guy and the sageo. Everything about this is pretty.
This is really pretty.
Yeah. The lighting doesn't quite do it justice. What was the strongest metal sword you guys have on your site? Was going to order one today. User 6408, go to cloudhammerforge.com and look for S5 shock steel. That is the strongest we have. This tachi is $3,500. It is a Shinsakuto, and it is very, very pretty. I'm going to try to hold it over here so you can see it better. And this way you don't have to look at Scott's face either.
And I can do the Vanna White.
You're not nearly as pretty as Vanna White, even now.
Come on, man. My wife thinks I'm the next Vanna White.
Check out, just look at the reflection off of the steel. That is what Tamahagane does for you. So people often ask us, what is the benefit of a Japanese steel sword? I mean,
It's just so beautiful.
it is beautiful.
Gorgeous.
It is
Yeah.
beautiful.
The habaki, that two-part habaki is gorgeous with
Yeah.
the silver and brass.
Yeah. So my phone stand is not letting us do this, but there you can get a better
Wow.
idea of what everything looks like. So once again, this is a tachi from Japan. And once again, you can see just the sparkling in the steel that you will not see. Well, actually, some finishes on modern steel can do this as well. It's called alloy banding in modern steel. So you can get kind of what's called a pear skin finish. But yeah, is it signed? I don't remember if it's signed or not. I ordered it so long ago and just got it. So we'd have to take a look and see. Do we have a Mekugi Nuki somewhere around here? And also, look at the curved ska. Look at the curved ska on that. See how it has the curvature in it? I really like that look to it. What's the difference between the ones in the back and this is special? I'm not even sure. They're all special in their own way. I needed me an antique full wood scabbard and handle katana. Sorry, I can't remember the name. Nihonto, we do have them. Yes, we do ship to Germany, Ibrahim. We do ship to Germany. Hey, Chin Hobby Toys. Thanks for the review, by the way. Just look at that saya. The saya is so pretty. I really check out the detail on the saya. I have to hold the camera at an angle so both cameras can see it. So basically, it looks like these are Edo period parts put onto a modern saya and a new rewrap to the handle. And just that's the wonderful thing about a Japanese ska, they come off so easily. Any signature there? I can't see. The camera is in my way.
Yes.
There is a signature? Oh, there is a signature, but let's see. I'm going to put the camera up and I'm going to have to take off my glasses because I'm an old man. See if I can read that. Can you read it?
It's a difficult one to read.
I got it. We're good. This is a very short ska as well. Something. Yeah, I think something skate. I can't read it all, but it is signed. I don't know how well you can see the signature, but it is a signed sword, and I have to go back and look at my notes and see who signed it. But that is a gorgeous blade, really pretty blade. What is the best blade sword that doesn't rust? The best blades on a sword that will all rust. Sadly, the best swords for cutting and everything will rust. Hey, Jill. That curve reminds me of Samurai X. Well, you know, Chin Hobby Toys, we do have a Samurai X sword here with a massive curvature in it. I'll go over and bring it while Scott's resheathing that sword. We can dishonor the nihonto by putting a modern day sword next to it.
It's a beautiful piece. Really pretty.
Yeah. So this is the Samurai X sword right here. You can see it has that giant curve in the ska. But as you can tell, just look at the detail in the steel. It just is very different. It has a really pretty hamon, but it just doesn't have the same kind of detail that you would see in tamahagane. Plus, it's dirty right now. What are some tips to avoid rusting or help delay anyways? Well, if you oil your swords, then you really don't have to worry about rusting. Anytime you touch your sword or if you just leave it for a while, then be sure to clean it. We do not have Kill Bill swords. Can we see the performance of this katana? It's an antique katana. We do not cut with it. So.
No, you can't see the performance of a nihonto we just pulled out of a box.
Yeah, Scott would totally cut with it, but since he doesn't own it and I do, then I set the rules. It's like, we're not going to cut with that. Scott's like, I want to cut with this.
I would totally cut with it.
You know,
whoever said that is like right on the money.
Anytime I see Scott open an old sword and his eyes go wide, I was like, he's not thinking about the beauty of the sword. He's wondering how well it cuts. Let's see. About to buy your Handachi Navy Blue Cherry S5. Do these things come sharp and full tang? Yes, they are. User 6408, that has not yet, just to let you know, that has not yet arrived here in the US yet. In fact, I don't know if it's shipped yet, but it's coming from Asia. How's the quality of cold steel katana? I have never handled one to say. It's true.
Cold steel, back in the late 80s, early 90s, Cold Steel had a couple models that were decent, but Cold Steel doesn't make their katana. They flex manufacture them. So they're made by other companies for them. So I don't know who's making them now, but I know the quality isn't what it used to be. It's kind of hit or miss. So
User 648, the Navy Blue Cherry S5 is not from Japan. You cannot get an S5 sword from Japan. It just is not doable. They will not, it's totally illegal. They are full tang and sharp. Do you have things to clean your sword? Yes, we do. I was going to drive today to check out your shop from Virginia Beach. Heck yeah, Joe, come on by. We're here until 6 o'clock. Yeah. Trying to pick something up that's basically an Excalibur in strength for my office. Well, S5 is about as strong as they get. You actually saying swords can be illegal. In Japan, the only way you can legally own a sword is if it is made of tamahagane and made in the traditional manner.
The Japanese are not allowed to import swords.
A catalog.
But look, this says
This has the tokensho. So this is a tokubetsu hozon, meaning which this sword is especially preserved.
So this is a big deal.
This is a big deal. This sword is a big deal. And someone is calling from 757. Sorry, we can't answer the phone right now. Do you have any true bankai swords? We do have we have 2 bankai swords. I don't know if it's true or not. Double-sided swords, not Japanese. We do have some double-sided European and Chinese style swords here. We do have a few bankai swords. I don't know if they are true. What are some books that a beginner can read to learn more about Japanese swords? The Connoisseur's Guide to the Japanese Sword is as good as it gets. So people, we just showed you a modern day Takuto, a modern made sword. Now we're going to show you one that's anywhere from 650 to 700 years old. Is that Lindsey Graham? No.
Lindsey Graham looks like he's the
No. All right, so yes, we do have Wakizashi Cristobal Ordonez. Cristobal Ordonez, my bad. John, any plans to get another hammered spine Damascus swirling dragon themes? I need that. We have it, Drew. We have it in stock, in fact. This is a very long, very thick, very wide sword. This is made by the Ko-Uda family. The Uda is not a major school. They're considered to be kind of like, there's like the top tier schools, then there's like the top schools. Let's say top tier. I would say that Uda is 2nd to 3rd grade, and then you have things underneath it as well. So anyway, this is once again a 750-year-old sword. It is long. It is I think it is 77 centimeters. Does it feel long to you?
It's like a 30-inch nagasa.
Yeah, it's a 30-inch nagasa. So this is old and long, kind of one of my favorite things, combinations in swords.
Yes.
And this one is for sale. I don't remember for how much, but this one will be for sale. Can you change the steel in your katanas? We can't do it. We can order things for you, but we can't change it once it's here. I'm gonna go, how much is this one for? Likely about $8,000, I'm guessing, but I need to re-look at the price and do some, I haven't actually looked at it carefully with my own eyes. This is probably on its last polish. So that is to say it's been polished enough that a lot of the steel has worn away, but it is sparkling and beautiful. That is just a gorgeous sword. Can you turn off your phone? Like I can really control that, dude. No, we do have some cane swords pull the ripcord. Please update the website. Still saying sold out. The swirling dragon. Okay, do you have your phone? And
Indeed,
can you go to Hammer Spine, Swirling Dragon, and I'm pretty sure I thought we had 3 on there, but look for the Hammer Spine on the Swirling Dragons. Oh, you know what? If it's the one I think it is, we don't have it. I'm sorry, use the one who was asking about the Swirling Dragon. If that's from Heaven and Earth, we don't have it. But we have one that's similar. Is there a way to check someone's katana steel when they bring their own? I'm not sure what you mean by that. That's kind of a confusing. I don't know what you mean.
Oh, Swirling Dragons?
Is that the Heaven and Earth one? Yeah, Swirling Dragon. Sorry, that's made by Heaven and Earth, and I don't think we're getting any more of those. We may, but I don't know. But we have another one. Look under Hammer Spine. Do a search on our website for Hammer Spine, and we do have some that are very similar. Make sure you're going in the right direction with that. To buy that will be on the site. User, which one are you talking about? What are some books? I already answered that. Like if you're trying to bring a katana and you just want a new blade? Is that what you're asking? What is the best material for a sword you have? Does it cut through anything it should cut? Yes, we have S5 shock steel swords for that. Any word on the Cloudhammer shipment? One was shipped with the Kodachi if you were waiting for the Kodachi, but I still don't have a tracking number, so I don't know the status of it at this present moment. This one is unsigned. This one's actually cut down. So this was once even a longer sword, but then it was later cut down to become a katana. So actually, let me go check really quickly and see what it says on the Kantesho. And this, okay. Wow. That's all I can say is wow.
This thing is beautiful.
This is the Kantesho, and it has been classified as a katana. So usually it might have started off as a tachi, but once they cut it down and it loses its signature, then they will classify it as a katana. And it is unsigned. The signature was probably down here sometime or another, but I chopped off. Sometimes they will do what's called orikaishi, which is where the signature might be down there, and they take a little piece of the steel and fold it over and twist it. So, but this one is not like that at all. But they gave me a lot more information with this sword compared to the last one.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
Yeah. Or I wonder if it's still in the box now. I'm wondering because I got another sword from this dealer in Japan. That is a very beautiful sword.
The Kasaki is really nice. Kasaki is.
Yeah, this is a Nanbokucho period sword, so Scott gets hard-ons for his Nanbokucho. If you buy a sword, do you get a cleaning kit with it? No, you have to buy that separately, Pizza Box. I was just ready to look to see if the sweatshirts are up yet and saw you were live. Are they up yet, sweatshirts?
They're about to be.
They're about to be. I received my blue blade the other day and I love it. My daughter wants a pink katana now. Amen, we might be able to do it. Pink blade might be tough, but we do have pink on katana. In fact, we have several that are just listed. How did you guys get into katanas? Well, Scott has been doing Japanese sword arts for like 40 years. And, you know, I've been into just G.I. Joe since I was like 10. And so that's like 40 some years too. But really didn't start learning about how to use a katana until I studied with Scott. And I'm one of the worst students ever. I'm blaming it on my bad feet. Anyway, yeah, this is a gorgeous sword. Oh my gosh. Though I have to say the other one is prettier, but then again, this one's about 600 years older. And
Yeah, I mean,
we've been
you're
around
holding-
600 years longer.
You're holding a piece of history there. I mean, imagine who owned this, who held this,
Whose belt this was thrust through, what experiences that they
What
had.
bodies it was thrusted now.
You said it.
When 600 years old you are, not so good you will look.
Very beautiful though.
Yeah, that is a gorgeous sword. Once again, people, this is a 650 to 700-year-old Nanbokucho era sword. We know this because the NBTHK has evaluated it as Kouda, and Kouda is basically late Kamakura to early Nanbokucho. What are you making? We aren't really making anything. We are at our sword shop right now, and we are just showing stuff off. And we can take you for a tour of the shop if you want to see other stuff, because we have lots of swords and we love to show them. That sounds really inappropriate, but yes. So we just unboxed this, and let's go ahead and take a look at the other one. For those of you who just joined in, we have this one is in Shirasaya, and for those of you who don't know, Shirasaya is not for functional use. It's not a combat mount. This is the combat mount here. Though as a tachi, it probably was never used for combat. Tachi are usually nowadays used for display and also for formal occasions. Scott, I would love to get lessons from you, says JS Bladecraft. Joe says. So, you know, Joe, we have a Discord, and Scott teaches a lesson on Saturdays at 1
I teach a free
p.m.
class on Saturdays at 1 o'clock on our Discord, Joe. So
Are you doing it
join
this
us.
Saturday or just?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see some vintage with some blue. Vintage with some blue. I don't think we have any vintage with blue. Not here, at least. Can you show the Dragon King Hana, please? We can do that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's go ahead. We'll go ahead and go into the shop proper. We're in the shop, but we'll go to where all the show area space. It's all technically a showroom.
You know, I'm a huge Dragon King fan. I own half a dozen of them. I'm probably going to buy one of these for Christmas for myself. I'm in love with this sword. You know, it has that Dragon King really tight ito, but this kashida, this curved kashida, just fits so nicely in your hand. It's, you know, we prefer that. It's made from 1566 spring steel, so it's just a beautiful sword.
Very
This one's-
durable.
This one's
Hana is
T10.
durable.
This T10. I think it's T10 actually.
I think the Hana is T10, yeah.
This one's T10, yeah. Such a beautiful. I love the subdued aesthetic. You know, it's very moko gata tsuba, very simple tsuba. Really tight though. It's a 28-inch Nagasa. I believe it's an 11-inch handle, but absolutely beautiful sword. We're selling it for $375. It is T10, yeah.
It is more expensive elsewhere.
27.5-inch Nagasa, 11.5-inch ska, but nice things. A buffalo horn reinforcement, and the Kojiri is also rounded off, but that's buffalo horn as well. So again,
Dragon King is great with details.
and the saya, the width is not some honkin' 2x4. So if you wear a daisho like we do, it's really nice.
There's a wakizashi and katana at the same time. Chimdia, you asked which one is the sharpest we own. You know, we don't know which one's the sharpest. We have over 500 swords in here. Sharpness doesn't matter. You could take a piece of aluminum and sharpen it so it's razor sharp, but it won't retain its edge.
What hold that edge? That's the big deal. Edge retention is a big deal. Yeah.
The edge retention is far more important. Joe says, absolutely a big fan of Dragon King. Good choice, Scott, says
Yeah,
Joe.
good stuff, Joe. Yeah.
I follow you guys on YouTube. Awesome.
We have
Thank
a
you.
whole rack of Dragon King, Joe. Like what store can you go in and see a wall rack of Dragon King? Like anywhere in the US? I don't know of any. So we're just proud
And
of
we're
our
getting
rack.
more. We're actually getting the Lotus Seed. Actually, that should be coming in today. but to my house. S5 shock steel. Colin, is this Colin King? You can come and look at anytime you want, man. Why are you asking to see it now?
Unless you want to buy something, Colin. You wanna
Yes,
buy
Colin.
something?
Well, Colin's bought so much.
Is Colin coming to class tonight?
Are you coming to class tonight, Colin? Anyway, someone's asking about anime katanas. We just got a bunch of Bleach anime katanas in to go with our One Piece katana and our Naruto and Demon Slayer. So yes, we do have anime and a lot of pop culture katana and other types of swords. Is it good for beginning cutter? The Hana? I would say it's not bad. I would say if you wanted Dragon King for a beginner, I would actually go with either the Warfire or the Spring Sakura. The Spring Sakura, this is our store cutter. We have used this specific sword like so many times.
This one's cut over 300 times. So I've used this for my cutting workshops where I have total green noobs who've never even held a sword, get to cut with it. So you want something that can withstand someone new, not bending, breaking, or chipping it. So the spring steel they use, it's 1566 spring steel. It's absolutely, you can see it. This one's cut. I've never polished it or cleaned it up or sharpened it. It just works. But the important thing is this handle. This handle has been cut with at least 500 times.
The way you're rubbing that really makes me nervous, dude.
Beautiful. I mean, you can't move these diamonds. I mean, it's just such a good job. And the shitodome and the kashira is nice. Transitions are nice. The knots are small. It's not some ping pong ball in your hand. That's a good job. But you might want to consider the spring steel. Now they make a spring, summer, autumn, and winter version. So this is the summer is the Lotus, same blade, a little different dimension.
Gregory Baines, the maintenance kits we have, we just need to add them to the website. So we just need to increase the quantity, but we do have maintenance kits, plenty of them.
This is the autumn leaf. Autumn leaf's awesome.
Autumn leaf. How much are the swords? The swords start at $70 and go up to the thousands.
He's making fun of my accent, Joe. Come on down, let's get him.
Thing is, he doesn't usually talk like that. He's just doing it now because you're here, Joe. He's
Love how Joe says Makugi.
Hey, Lauren.
Makugi.
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 Letter opener. We do have letter openers, by the way. Can you update? Do you have your phone? You want to update our maintenance kits while we're? Yeah, Scott is going to update our maintenance kits. Store's location is in Richmond, Virginia. If you're looking for a letter opener, we don't have them online. One of these days we will get them online, but we have pens and letter openers from Demon Slayer and One Piece here. Let's see. Anything else people want to see while we are here? That was really fun unboxing. Yeah, for those of you who just joined, we unboxed two Japanese swords, one which is very old and which one is new. So yeah, the cleaning kits should be available now. Oh, we have a lot of people on, but no one's asking to see things. Most expensive. What does S5 mean? S5 is a top of shock steel.
So Cloudhammer is our premier brand. We're the only Cloudhammer dealer in the country. S5, their steel type is called S5. S5 is sort of a premier steel. It's one of the best steels out there to make swords from, period.
For durability, especially.
And it's used to make concrete dies and
concrete breakers and high impact die.
And high impact dies, rather. But if you want a sword for the zombie apocalypse, the end of the world, something that can do blade on blade combat, this is it. Shadiversity on YouTube has video of him cutting into a rock with it and chipping the rock. So it's just really amazing steel. Here's what's amazing about it. If you're into swords, a T10 steel sword, the impact rating is 12 joules. Under 12 joules of pressure, it will crack. S5, 187 joules.
86, but who's counting?
186 joules of pressure. So that just gives you an idea.
15 times tougher. 15 times tougher than T10.
Than T10. That's just insane.
And to clarify, it is for concrete breakers and high impact die, not for concrete die. If you need concrete die, you can use Jimmy Hoffa. You can use Jimmy Hoffa. Okay.
Jimmy Hoffa.
Let's see.
Not what I said is what I meant, John.
I know. How does the edge hold up? S5 edge is not going to be as resilient as, say, a T10 clay tempered. Well, it is less likely to chip, but it is not hard. It doesn't have as good of edge retention. You have to sharpen it more often.
I own two. I have one for bamboo, one for tatami. And the one for tatami, maybe I put a
DMC.
Small edge on it once every 5 or 6 sessions.
This is our long DMC from Cloudhammer, made of 9255 spring steel. This is a 35-inch long Nagasa, so almost 3 feet long blade. This is the longer version, made of a spring steel. This is $400. It's on cloudhammerforge.com. And we have another, which is the shorter but prettier blade. This is a T10 clay tempered blade. Being that the other one is 9566 spring steel, it is much tougher. This is much prettier. This looks more like a traditional Japanese sword because of the clay temper and polish. Hey, Aaronston. I think I already said hey. Is that a Scottish claymore? We are fine calling it a claymore. If Mark was here, he would have a hissy fit about it. But yes, we do have Claymore from Cast Siberia. Back in the shop. Yes, Chris, man, we are back in the shop. Conchink. So, blade on blade, which one survived?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I love this.
Side swords.
Side sword. This thing is. Yeah, I love this.
As you wish.
As you wish.
Yeah, probably one of my favorite sword movies ever is The Princess Bride.
You wouldn't. Was it? You wouldn't gamble with death with the Sicilians. No, you wouldn't gamble with the
Sicilian with Death is on the line. Or stage a land invasion of Asia in the middle of winter.
Yeah, that's right.
So Hunter Long, the shorter DMC is 27.5. The longer one is 35 inches, that is. Is it possible to buy a replica of the Honjo Masamune, or does anyone make an Utsushimono? I have not heard of it.
Do you think the Honjo Masamune ever left Japan? I don't think it did.
I bet you the Tokugawa family is like, here's the Honjo
I think
Masamune.
the Tokugawa
And they gave him like a freaking Iaito. Here's a zinc alloy Iaito. This is the Honjo Masamune. Do customers come in and think they can swing wildly around the store? Sometimes some idiots do. We are very careful to tell them how to handle a sword when they come in and the manners for handling a sword, because there are definitely manners.
Have total douchebags been kicked out for being reckless? Absolutely.
Yes, I have kicked Scott out. Oh, wait, you mean you... Most expensive one here actually is this, these that we just brought in, this antique sword. We have one. I think we're going to price the antique at 7,500, I think, but I need to reconfirm the price of that one. And then that Tachi will probably be about 3,500. So these are going to be the most expensive swords. This one's going to be staying at home unless someone specially requests
The
it.
650-year-old Nambokucho era.
Could be up to 700. Though with the Kisaki, it probably is Nambokucho. Kouda, the kind of the family was making it from late Kamakura, but late Kamakura, the Kisaki tend to be smaller. Sorry, still learning terminology. No, wait, no problem, Hunter. We're happy to talk about it. I mean,
Tachi's beautiful, John.
we are here to educate more than to sell swords. I mean, we love to sell swords too, but we love to educate as well. We're more than just sword sellers. We are sword practitioners, sword students, sword, I don't know, I can't think of anything else people do with swords. But anyway. Wow, it's really quiet considering how many people are actually on right now. The length, the only difference between the katana and the tachi. No, actually, so if you're talking about a tachi versus a katana, there are many differences between them. The curvature, where the signature is, all those things will count. Can you show the one on the vertical sword stand, the nagamaki? Swallow? Sword swallowers? No. Oh, now the comments are coming. What is my favorite hilt in store? What is the proper way to handle a sword? Wow, where to start? Just there are ways to draw the sword in a non-threatening way. There are ways to respect the sword when you put it back. Lots of rules. Random questions asked Jill. What do the banners towards the back of the store say? One is for the Tenshin. Oh, okay.
For my sword class, this says Nihon Kenjutsu Kyoshitsu, it's Japanese sword art study, and this is Tenshin Hyoho, another Koryu I study. This is the Tokugawa Kamon, and this is the Yagyu family Kamon. Tenshin Hyoho. So Tenshin is like Heaven's Heart strategy.
Yami sword, we do have it in stock. Finally, we got a Yami sword back. Oh, he moved it. Ooh, I almost walked into it.
Oh, that's not Yami. Hold on.
That's not a Yami. That's Yuichiro. That's a Yuichiro sword. Yami is. It's on this. Oh no, that's Yuichiro. That was Yami. No, that was not Yami. Where is Yami? We do have Yami, but I don't know where Yami is. Here it is, right there.
I knew how to round Suba.
They all look very similar. They all bleed together in our
Unbox
minds.
thousands of swords, they all kind of run together.
Colin wants to see the double kodachi. Colin, didn't you get a double kodachi? Did I just see Ip Man on the wall? You did, Alexander Luciano.
Ip Man's nephew is John's teacher.
Where does one go to learn how to forge Cloudhammer S5 swords? I'm a blacksmith in training. I really couldn't tell you.
That's awesome. Hats off to you. I wish there were more like you making stuff. That's amazing. Cool art to be doing. Even if you fail, I think it's got to be a lot of rewarding, a lot of fun doing.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Cloudhammer is taking interns or not, but their blade factory is in Vietnam. What is a good katana for both Iaido and Tameshigiri? If you're a beginner, then look at our Moritaka Vortex, the VORTEX. If you want a little bit more durable, go to Cloudhammer Forge and look for our Earth Dragon, Sky Dragon, or Blue Waves. What's your most detailed sword? Probably one of these Tachi. I'm a big fan of Tachi. We had a lot of fun shooting video with these. This was a lot of fun to shoot video with. What would you say the proper etiquette to look and handle swords at the shop? To look at them, not to be a butthead. I'm just not swinging them around.
I will show you. So typically, you never want to go into a sword shop. In fact, in Japan several years ago, I saw someone get slapped in the face for this. You never go into a sword shop and hold a sword and draw it out like this. That's very bad manners, and that's almost like handing someone your gun like this. Check out my gun, isn't it cool? It's just bad manners because this is how you draw a sword. So what you want to do in a non-threatening way is you want to hold, typically I'm left-handed, but if you're right-handed, hold the handle in your right hand and pull the scabbard off. Don't pull it off all the way. Look at it. If they give you permission, take it out of the way and then look at it. When you put it back, cover it back up. But you don't want to go into a shop and do this.
Hey, you just did that. Just get out, get out.
Yeah, you never want to do that. So it's just bad manners. It's also very threatening because when you draw on a sword, I mean, this is how people typically would lose teeth and they would have deserved it. So, Westerners have a long ways to go on manners, but this is kind of how you do it. Yep.
Okatana brown cherry. I can't think of which one that is. What would be the Okatana brown
cherry?
Yeah, we have so many things that are so similarly named. I'm not exactly sure. That's the Earth Dragon. That's not an Okatana. So,
One of these? Oh, one of these.
I don't think it's one of these because none of them are brown. Joe, what is the brand? Does it say what the brand is? 80 centimeter cloud hammer, the brown cherry. That one has not come in stock. That one has not yet arrived.
Waiting on that one.
We're waiting on that to come. I think it's coming in this next shipment. I think it's already shipped. Let's see. What about the Walking Dead sword?
What about a katana that has wheels on it?
Grandma katana. All right, Walking Dead. We do have Walking Dead sword, Michonne's. This one is made of spring steel, 65 MN spring steel.
So they little longer handle, so very accurate to the actual TV show.
Hey, Flip, long time no see. Hi, Raven, 365. One Raven per day, for the year, except for next year, which leap year.
Ah, pretty cool.
And the Zoro swords are over here. We have lots of Zoro swords. How much? The Michonne katana, I believe, is $200.
Yep.
It's on our website, Walking Dead Michonne.
That spring steel's nice. 65 MN spring steel is really, really nice.
The one with wheels is from Bleach.
Yeah.
Double-sided straight sword, we do. We have them both European and Chinese style. Kenpachi sword from Bleach. I don't know, we have a bunch of new Bleach swords. I don't know which one is Kenpachi's. That's a bastard sword.
What'd you call me?
I have a katana and have been practicing with it, doing some tatami mat cutting, but it may be by your shop soon and was going to stop in. Heck yeah, Cat Hunter, come on by.
Yeah, come on in.
So Kenpachi sword from Bleach. So here are our Bleach swords down here.
Those two is going to be.
Those two,
is gonna be,
and then here are some over here, but we don't know. We don't know our Bleach yet.
This is Renji.
Yeah.
Renji. This one's Gin.
We do not have Mihawk's sword. Morning to the Sword channel. Thank you, Daz.
We have a really, really cool Ichigo Bankai that just came in.
This is the new one. Someone was asking about the true Ichigo, and I was like, I don't know what the true.
It has a longer chain for your pleasure. Little nicer stylized Tsuba, but the blade is. Look at that blade.
Look at the tip of that blade. Put your hand behind it. Behind the what you call it? See how it has that whatever that is.
Serrated, like serration.
It's not exactly serrated, but whatever we want to call it. I'm not sure what to call it.
It's just wicked. It's just cool.
No snake eyes from G.I. Joe, but we do have Inosuke. Someone was asking. Shame you don't know the Bleach swords. Yeah, I'm not an anime person.
Yeah, we're both over 50. We're getting there.
We're getting there. We think watching anime will make us younger and more weebier, and we don't mind. There's nothing wrong with being a weeb. Nothing wrong with being a weeb, as long as you are respectful. Can you show the Inosuke, please? Show a good beginner sword. Blue-eyed samurai sword. We're having one made. The good beginner sword is the Moritaka Vortex. Prince Judo. Yes, we do have Zoro swords. We have Zoro swords right over here.
So we have the Ame no Habakiri.
Yep.
We have the Nidai Kitetsu, which we just got in. Sandai Kitetsu. Wada Ichimonji. Enma.
Yes, the Tengen double swords are sharp.
Ibashiri.
We do have the Blue Exorcist swords.
Shusui.
Someone asked about our good beginner sword. That would be the Moritaka Vortex. But since we're over here, let's show, before we go there, Scott, let's go show the Blue Exorcist.
Oh, yeah.
And then Tengen's fancy swords. Lively. So here's the Blue Exorcist. Yes, all the Zoro swords are real. They're sharp.
You want to see Tengen?
No yeah, Tengen. Go ahead and just take out one, I guess. Flashy.
Right?
So this is the new Tengen
If
sword.
this speaks to you, more power to you. Don't let people judge you. You like what you like.
Emma is 150 unless you get the 1060 steel. So we have it both in 1045 and 1060. 1045 is not as doesn't hold as edge as well as a 1060, and the 1045 is 150. The 1060 is 175. We don't have any sword art online. You can buy one by going to our website rvakatana.com. So this is someone who's asking about a good beginner sword. This is the Vortex.
9260 spring steel, it'll bend 90 degrees without setting the bend. So if your cuts aren't super clean and perfect, you don't pay for that with a broken, bent, chipped, or
Hey,
damaged
Factory.
blade.
Do you have the Yamato from Devil May Cry? We have two different ones. We have the
Really long one.
the really long one from Cloudhammer, and then we have a not so long one from here. No Filipino ones. We were looking for Chris's. We would love to have a Filipino one.
Try to find some good ones, some actual functional ones. We're right there with you though.
And then what was someone was asking about the Sakabato? We have two versions of the Sakabato. One is T10 clay tempered, the other is manganese. So you can see them there. So the reverse sword. My katanas are for display. What is the pink one in the back? It is just a regular katana. If you look on our website, rvakatana.com, and look up pink, you will see it. Love my Moritaka Vortex, says Jill.
Yeah, not great sword, Jill. I love it. Did you get an Iaito version of that? I love that sword. That
Can you
sword
show
is
your
awesome.
favorite swords? It changes, man. It changes
but you know
hour to
what?
hour. Someone is calling us locally. Sorry, here on TikTok, I gotta get off this line really quickly because there's someone local probably trying to pick something up. This is RVA Katana.
This is the Emerald Peacock.
Yeah, you can. What is your name?
Pretty.
Joni? Okay, we will just make sure not to ship it. And we'll keep it here. Okay. We're live streaming right now, so it's hard for me to check, but I'm pretty sure we can find it if you come in. Okay, bye-bye. Pizza box, yes, we do have the Vortex in black. Sorry there, people, had to answer that call.
It's getting close to Christmas, so
Everyone, yeah, we don't want to miss our
Yeah.
local calls.
this is the we call it the Black Gale.
So yeah, we have the black Gale. I think
We have it with bohi and without bohi, so depending on how you like it, we have them both ways.
bohi are better for like air cutting because you can hear the whoosh and get feedback. Plus, it's lighter weight. Without bohi, they tend to be better cutters because there's less drag and there's more mass. Where's the store? It's in Richmond, Virginia. Any Shirasaya katana? You mean Shikomizui? We do have. Those are stick swords. They're on the back over here. We do have a few left right over here.
So let me show. Can we educate?
Oh shit! I think my phone just crashed again. Why does it do this?
Google Pixel 8.
Never had a problem with crashing before. Okay,
Where did somebody ask about
it
Shirasaya?
was on this one here.
Oh, okay. Shirasaya is just for blade storage. You do not use a sword in Shirasaya. They're made to be very fat to keep humidity and moisture off of the blade. And they're kind of crudely carved, so it's not meant for use. Typically, the pin is very loose. They're made for storage, maintaining long-term storage of a blade. You would not use this in this mount. So this, when people say Shirasaya, it's for blade storage. And say, do you have any Shirasaya swords? Yeah, but you know, the blade is what's the important part. Is for storage of a blade. Now there are styles of saya that are like a stick. I'll show you one of those.
And thank you for the, I'm glad you like the Vortex, by the way. The person who ordered the Vortex, I'm glad you like it.
So this is basically like just a stick sword. So if you like that aesthetic, and I feel when people say Shirasaya, I don't know if they actually mean something like this, an actual Shirasaya, but I think there's some misinformation out there where people think you would use a sword in its storage mounts, which is totally not the case.
We do have Gladius blades. We do have one Gladius. I know you mean way too many. Okay, I see what you, yep. Is it 1060 steel? Sorry, people, we just lost, my phone just crashed. We are back. And let's see, we do have a Law Sword, but they forgot to send us the little fur covering on the tsuba. So we do have law sword, and we will be getting. We're waiting to get the thing back here. Do you have any battle ready katana? They're all battle ready. Once again, people, we lost our stream. Sorry about that. We are back. Thank you, Jill, for answering all the questions. You are amazing.
Check this out. Everybody's asked us for more of these. This is the Naginata Naoshi Wakizashi. So it's a wakizashi is typically made after cutting down a naginata blade. But these are absolutely stunning. We've got a few of these in stock. Not pretty. That blade is.
I know, that's a really cool shaped blade. I love it.
Oh, we got one in this color too.
Oh yeah, we got this one, and we're getting more of these. The red one I got specifically for Cook if he wanted it. Also, and if it, yeah, so.
Each one's a little unique, you know, they're really awesome.
Naginata is a pole arm. It's basically that kind of blade on a long pole. We do have Jin Sakai sword from Ghost of Tsushima right there. We only have it in MN65 right now. Actually, I take it back. We also have it in this MN65.
Let me tell you about something special we have. So
webpage is rvakatana.com.
A lot of our customers ask for us a decent set, a cutting set of Clan Sakai swords. So we have the long and the short with a free stand for $250. So they're made from 65 MN spring steel. So these are fully functional swords, full tang, sharp. $250, you get the long and the short with the stand. So you can't beat it.
Plus, it has a brass tsuba. So it's got some interesting mixes between the two other swords we have. Really pretty well done tsuba, in my opinion, because it's a brass tsuba but with gold highlights. The other one is a alloy tsuba.
But for $250 for the long, short, and a stand, you can't beat it. And the stand isn't like some chintzy, cheap, free stand. It's actually pretty decent. So not bad.
These has felt on it.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
Naginata are also so beautiful, especially the older ones with huge blades where the area between the Naginata and Nagamaki really mixes.
I've owned many of them.
We are getting 2 Naginata in stock from Legacy Blades. We're just waiting for them to ship it. They're going to ship it next year, early next year.
Sweet.
Yep. Well, I told them to ship. I want to get it after inventory. So I have them arrive after January 1st. Insanity Pepper says, Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Ah.
日本人ですか？今同じか。日本語は何ですか？
日本人だと思う。
それ3時です。
ただ、3時やけど。何か待ってみる？ Is something happening at 3?
いいよ。それからマイクの USA に来てる。
Okay. Do you have any with a skull? I think we just sold out of our last skull
Oh yeah,
sword.
we have something with a skull.
Do we have something with a skull? Oh yeah, we have the Dragon King Savior. Talk about skulls.
Look at the skull on that. Even the Manuki are skulls.
So this is the this is the Dragon King Savior. This is the only one with skulls we have.
No, this is the she.
This is the she, the death. My bad.
Yeah, it'll kill you so hard you'll die to death.
It's a really pretty sword.
And it's black on black, murdered out.
For custom ordered 1,000-ish katana, how long would the wait be? Daz, that really depends on what you're looking for. Because, for example, going through Cloudhammer, you're looking at a 6 to 9 month wait. Legacy Blades, we can usually get it within about a month or two. So it really depends on what you're looking for. We did have some less expensive skull swords, but they just sold out the other day. There's a $120 sword.
I didn't think they would go that fast. It went fast.
Can you talk about the swords on the wall behind the case? The swords on the wall up there, those are just wooden anime swords.
There's just some extra
stock.
Inventory, yeah.
What are the string on the sheath of the katana? That's called a sageo. How do you use a sageo, Scott?
Sageo is used to bind the sleeves of the kimono back so the sleeves don't interfere with the sword play. They're also used to tie someone up, hojo jitsu. Some schools use them to affix the scabbard to the waist so they don't drop or drag the scabbard. We typically don't do that in my school because we strike with the whole sword. We pull it out and strike with it, and you don't want it tied to your waist when you do that. But some schools use it differently. Not all. There's no one right or wrong way. Some schools are different. The scenario and their techniques and methods are unique. But typically, all schools do use it to tie the kimono sleeves back or to tie someone up.
And for your Kiki Samurai play, you could do it for BDCM as well.
I did Koden Enshinryu, Sumonogiri Kempo in Japan for 15 years. And when we train, we actually take the sageo off and put it inside our kimono sleeve and train with no sageo. And we use it to tie the sleeves back. So different schools do it differently.
Crying Raven, how do you join a school? I mean, look in your area, and every school has its own rules, but look in your area and see what's available. If you join our Discord, Scott does teach a free online class on Saturday. What's a bohi?
Bohi is a blood groove, but it's meant to take weight out of the blade. So.
Crying Raven, if you're from Richmond, come visit us. RVA Katana. Scott teaches a class here on Saturday mornings, Tuesday, and Wednesday evenings. Somebody asked about Law Sword. We do have Law Sword.
So the bohi, the misconception is it's used as a blood gutter, as a blood groove. It's not the case. The bohi is made to take weight out of the blade.
So, thanks, Jill, for posting the Discord. The first sword I ever got was a true katana tanto, which absolutely sucked. But the problem is when you get one sword, you end up with a lot more.
What was here?
I see swords on Cloudhammer with no Hichigami. How much of the downside is that? It tends to be just less puffy on the saya, on the
Yeah,
scabbard.
see, believe it or not, some people don't like Hishigami. Some do, some don't. Sometimes when some people put Hishigami on it, it changes the dimensions of the handle, and they don't like it, which is weird because Hishigami is just like a little thin piece of paper, right? Just to kind of keep the triangles nice and tight, the diamonds rather. So some people like it, some don't. Most of Cloudhammer is Hishigami, sure, I think.
No, it depends. Like the budget SX105V do not have the Hishigami. It was one of the ways to cut the cost.
The S5s will, typically.
I have a 1060 katana and had a skull on the pommel. Cool.
1060 is a good steel. That's
Lost sword.
That's a good, easy to produce, easy to maintain, functional cutter.
Can you show Law Sword?
Law.
Law. We have Law Sword, but they forgot to ship the fur cover to the Tsuba. So we're gonna get the fur cover soon, but we don't have it right now. I'm a purist. I don't like standard bohi at all. However, bohi at the end into a geometric triangle at the tip are sexy. I'm with you, man.
Yeah, I'm not a bohi fan either, especially for my cutting swords. But I do have friends in Japan that love bohi even for cutting swords. So each their own.
We do have boken. Hey, it's Ryan in the house.
Which Ryan?
Kaimara Ryan. Sergeant VT,
Ryan.
we do ship overseas, but it really depends on your country's own sword laws. Just stopping in while at work.
You got you something right here, Ryan. Two of them in stereo.
Most expensive sword is this one that we just got in today. It is a 650-year-old, 30-inch long Nagasa Ko Uda School.
Check it out, Ryan. Nambokucho. 30-inch Nagasa Nambokucho.
This is the new most expensive one in shop. Yep. Are we the one who called and saying you're coming to pick up a sword? Okay. Let's see. Is sword more your hobby or a lifestyle?
Yes.
Yes.
Ketchup or mustard.
Which one? Which one did you get? Oh, did she go out? Did she leave? Oh, she went.
I didn't want to interrupt. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
You're cool.
Go.
It was the
Earth Dragon?
Yeah.
Earth Dragon. We have a brand new one in the. Yeah, thanks. Daggers. We do have some daggers. And if TikTok will give me a moment here, I just need to check something really quickly. Okay, sorry about that, TikTok. I just had to double check something. Wanted to make sure that a payment had gone through. Looking forward to that new GN. I have it packed up in my car. Kenshin, I came by to pick it up today. That's probably the main reason I'm down here today, is just to pick up your sword, Chad. Can you show us the Dao? Show you the way. What is the most beautiful dragon katana you have? That's very relative. What is your budget? Because we have some dragon katana for like $100. We have the sea dragon somewhere around here. It's a $100 sword. And then we have the gold dragon for $150. And then we have some that are in the $600 range. It really depends on what you're looking for. Oh, daggers. So here are some Chinese style daggers here.
They're pretty expensive. $20.
And some daggers in here, Tanto and daggers all through here. Do you have a favorite sword in the entire shop? It changes from day to day, Zeta. Was a tough choice between that one or the Cloudhammer, but the Ray Skin Wrap won. Most expensive dragon katana. I have to think about that. It's probably one of these from Phoenix Arms. So yeah, some of these with really cool Hummel. So they're in the $600 to $700 range. You know what, actually the Cloudhammer, do we have any expensive dragon ones? No, they're all under, we don't have any of the super expensive Cloudhammers in dragon theme right now. We do have them at times. Is a new nihonto papered? May. Steve, the tachi is not papered. It's a shinsakuto. How to order where? It is at rvakatana.com, Reem, or cloudhammerforge.com. Any rapier, we do have that side sword. Steve, the new Kouda is papered. This one here is papered. It's 30-inch Nagasa, and it is late Kamakura, early Nambokucho.
Oh, did you? Oh, gotcha. What was your name?
Joni, she ordered. Yeah, she already placed the order. Ninja katana, we do have ninja. Do you have shusui? If you mean shusui, yes, we do have shusui. I'm gonna come around to the front here. Shusui katana right here. We also have one with a plain blade, which is silvered, and those will be like really cheap. They are actually good cutting swords. And let's see. Price on the Kouda, Steve, 7,500. And the tachi, yes, Chad, we have a new nihonto tachi over here. I'll let Scott is off to the privy, but there is the new tachi right there. Let's see. You said the website too fast. rvakatana.com. rvakatana.com. Steve, the Kouda is a Tokubetsu Hozan, by the way. Hi. Are you here to pick something up?
Yes, I am.
Are you Shannon?
I am.
I could be the only Asian person. Let's see. Have you actually sliced myself with a new sword? Do I have to answer that question? We're live streaming right now. Scott, what can you do in a minute? Was it Cloud Dragon? Cloud Dragon? Do you check our list? She ordered. This is Shannon. She's here to pick up a sword.
I don't have Cloudhammer access.
No, it's not Cloudhammer. It's a RVA.
Shannon Gold? How do you pronounce it? No. Gotcha. All right.
Chad, that tachi is 3,500. Which one is she looking for? Black Samurai?
Good to go. Everything is there and it does come with a bag.
How new are the fittings? Chad, I would guess they are Edo period fittings. It is a new saya and a new wrap.
Happy to show them if you want.
Yeah. Go ahead and show it because Steve was asking about the Kouda. This is I believe a 30-inch Nagasa. I am wanting a nihonto tachi for a while, but student life is tough.
I hear you there. Yep. Life is tough. You don't have to be a student. You kidding me?
Do you like the Cloudhammer Copper Chrysanthemum Budget SX105V? I love that sword.
that sword too.
Of course, I designed it, so it's I'm biased. So Steve, this one is probably on its last polish, but it is a Tokubetsu Hozan
With papers.
with papers. Well, that's what I said. So let me look at it really quickly. This is the tachi. Yeah, so it's two shaku. So Steve, this is the kanteisho, and so it's 2 shaku, 5 sun, 1 fun on the time. Smallest and biggest sword. The smallest one we have is the bat dagger. The longest one we have is the Cloudhammer giant odachi. Thank you. What does RVA stand for? Richmond, Virginia. It was designed for web optimization because I thought this was going to be a local store. I never expected us to take off beyond the borders of Richmond. And yet here we are.
And here we are.
And here we are. And here you are, all of you who have joined us today.
Thanks for hanging out with us. We love you guys. You're awesome. We learn a lot from you. We're not experts. We don't proclaim to know it all. We've learned a lot from a lot of our customers. So you like swords, we like swords. We're automatically friends. So we do appreciate you. Join our Discord. Learn more about us. Join our community. Show off your swords. Check us out on Discord. If a mod wouldn't mind posting the link, we'd appreciate that.
There are a lot of weebs in Virginia. We don't use that term, at least not pejoratively. If you like Japanese things, we like you too, as long as you're not a dork about it. Well, wait, I guess that's the definition of a weeb. Never mind.
But we're not waifu pillow toting. We don't go that far.
What does it mean when a sword is folded? You guys are awesome, by the way. The folded steel is when they take one piece of steel and fold it over and over again. So like Tamahagane or even modern steel versus Damascus or pattern when they use multiple types of steel.
But when they fold something and someone said it has 1,000 folds, they didn't fold it 1,000 times each fold. If you take 2 and fold it, it's 4. 4 folded is 8. 8 folded is 16. So if you fold, you're not folding it literally 1,000 times.
He's teaching us not just swords, but math.
Math. Yes.
And Jill wants to see the Nagamaki, the blue Nagamaki, the Sea Wave Nagamaki.
This thing's awesome, Jill.
Or wait, was Jill asking about that? Someone was asking about it.
Unokubi. Zukuri.
Oh yeah, this is an Unokubi Zukuri long one. We do not have kunai.
And you know what kunai were, right? They weren't a weapon. They could be used as a weapon. It was a digging tool to pry hinges or nails off of castles and buildings.
Chad asks if 20 folds was the standard. I think 8 or 9 folds was actually the standard.
Yeah.
I think every school has its own processes.
And we have a red one. This is we're not gonna sell this till Cook decides if he wants to buy it.
Yeah, I got this one for Cook to give Cook first dibs, but really anyone can get it.
Let's just have a rack of nothing but red swords.
I know, right? Oh, let's see. Anything else people want to see?
Beautiful pieces though, John.
Yeah, I'm really happy with this. I was really worried about the Kouda being kind of on its last polish and not being very healthy, but it actually looks pretty good. Chokoto, we do have Chokoto. Do you sell any merch? Yes, go to our website, rvakatana.com, and look for apparel and stuff. Maybe we should rename that merch. What do you think?
Yeah, I might do that.
Merch. So we have a Chokoto right over here. You know where a good set of bow shuriken can be found?
Yes. BuzzBeeBlades.com. You just made a bunch for me. BUZBEE Blades. BuzzBeeBlades.com. Guys based in Texas. Freaking awesome. And go on Facebook, Iga Tengu Forge. Iga Tengu Forge. That guy's amazing too.
Hunter Loke. When it's the thickness, it's also just if you can see the base iron underneath, how many openings there are in the steel. So the dealer said it was on its last polish, but I haven't, at first glance, I haven't had a chance to really look at it up close yet. It looked really good to me.
How's this here?
Movie Factory says after 5 to 6 folds, it reached structural stability. Any more folds didn't really increase its metallurgical structure, or if it did, only marginally. So most schools are 9 to 14 folds area, rarely over 14. New recommended tanto. That really depends on what you're looking for in a tanto, but we do have lots of tanto. We have a wall of tanto. And so it really depends on what you're looking for in your budget. Can we see the ones next to the tripod? What's the tripod? I'm not sure what you mean by the tripod.
The tripod's here.
I'm holding a tripod.
Want to see some knives?
If you order today, we'll do 3-day upgraded shipping so you can get it before Christmas, by the way.
Check it out.
You always go for that sword. So when we ask about the favorite tanto, I know this is Scott's favorite because this is the one he always pulls
that
out.
hand-hammered spine is just like, what? I know what your favorite is.
I don't even know what my favorite is.
It's this because I'm telling you it's your favorite.
Okay, it's my favorite
You
now.
like it.
You're the one holding the sharp object, so I will agree it is my favorite. Actually, it is a pretty awesome sword.
it's
I just
nice.
love the saya on that one. It's not ray skin, but it looks a little bit like ray skin.
This is ray skin.
This is a ray skin saya here.
Look at the hamon on that. Hitatsura action.
Hitatsura. Do you deliver to the UK? It's tough because UK will oftentimes seize things in customs.
We feel free. Go to Matt Gibbons at bladesuk.com.
Yeah, there's some people who have an in on how to get things past customs. That's not us. We don't really specialize in UK. Do you have any old school collectible wakizashi with certificate? We do, Motavo. Go to our website, rvakatana.com, and you will see there are a couple in here that are papered that have certificates. And you can get better pictures on our website. Francis Chen, what are you guys' thoughts on sashikomi polish aesthetically? I am a big fan of sashikomi, but that's because I love hamon.
Yeah.
So that's the main thing. Once it becomes sashikomi, though, then I don't want to cut with it. That's me.
No, it really brings out a hamon.
Yeah.
But for practical, Hadori polish is good just for practical cutting.
Do you have a tactical tachi? So you mean a tactical tachi? We don't have any tactical tachi. We do have tachi though. I mean, basically a tactical tachi is.
They're all practical.
They're all practical. They're functional. I'll say they're functional. Practical. Yeah.
This is highly functional.
Can I see the white one at the bottom of the rack? Do you mean this rack here, the Zanpakuto? What is the bend on S5? I was surprised at how much flex at S5 that just came in. 70 degrees, Chad, 70 degrees. Chad, when are you cutting on Discord again? Do not want to miss it. Joe, we had some mats, but we left them to soak too long and apparently stank up the entire shop.
Tatami that's been soaking for 3 days. Oh my God, that is some pig bomb. Because you don't want to soak tatami longer than 24 hours. I think we soaked it for 3 days. I took the lid off yesterday. Holy gross. Yukiya?
Yeah, sashikomi, the other thing, Francis Chen, sashikomi, there are some like schools and some things. I don't know the traditions myself, but I guess there are certain schools and certain ages of swords where they don't like to sashikomi. But you'd have to talk to a polisher about that. That's well out of my wheelhouse. Is that John, by the way? I think I watched your stream live the other day on your other account. Possibly this is John behind the bar.
It's John. The man in the middle.
How off were you when you got your first sword? I had a really crappy one. Odachi, we have Odachi back here. We're getting a bunch of new spring steel Odachi from Legacy Blades in the near future.
Oh, good.
9260s, so really good for cutting. How much should a wet tatami weigh? I've never weighed one. What is your most unique sword you can think of? I'd have to think about that. Very good, Motovo. Contact me at rvakatana@gmail.com. I really used to like the Chinese polish, but now I like the foggy white hamon much more now. Oh, Francis, so that's different. So you have the one where it's like kind of translucent in the middle. So there, how to describe that? Let's, can you pull out the white tiger here? This one right here, the white tiger. And you look at this one. This is kind of like a sashikomi polish. And it's where they really bring out the, basically it's the emphasis on the ha. And so the rest is mirror. So that's kind of a sashikomi versus a hadori. I'm trying to think of okay, almost ran into that rack of swords. That wouldn't have been good. Not used to them being there. So this white one here, I'm gonna come around and show you, this is what's considered a hadori polish. And this is when they really want to emphasize the folds in the steel. Is it coming out?
Yeah.
When they want to emphasize the folds in the steel, not so much the hamon.
So it's more, you see more of the grains.
And then you have the 3-shade polish, and that's like kind of your thing where you try to bring out all the details. And so, for example, this is a Cloudhammer Crovan. This is actually 1095 Crovan. Crovan stands for chromium and vanadium. And you can see this one is a Choji hamon. But you can see the blade is kind of a grayish versus the middle is kind of slightly mirror, and the spine you really can't tell because of the bohi, but the spine is mirror. So they try to get all 3 different shades to bring out all the features of the sword.
Yeah, no, we do have European swords. We say all swords matter because all cultures have swords, and of course they all matter. So we do like European swords as well.
I like European swords.
Holy moly, beautiful. Yeah, isn't that gorgeous? Yeah. I'm following John around.
Oh, okay. I'll switch.
I got it. I'm going to be on this side.
He wants to be on that side. He likes to talk. I like to talk.
What do you guys want to see? Happy to show you anything.
Of course, now that I'm here, nobody wants to see anything. Oh,
So-
here comes the people. You're gonna take them, and I'll
Yeah. Tag,
Scott's gonna take over, and I'm back here. Oh,
Hey
let's
guys,
see.
how are you?
Wow, your shop is such a vibe.
What's shaking? Guys, welcome by. Yeah. Welcome to the best sword shop in Richmond, the only one by default. Thank you. You guys from Richmond?
VA.
Where you from?
Suffolk.
Suffolk, right on. You guys welcome to take a look at anything. Please don't touch the steel with your fingers or pull them out all the way or slam them together. Make sure you have the handle, but you're welcome to take a look. Thank you. My name's Scott. If you have any questions, happy to ask. They started $70.
We just lost TikTok here. I've been told I'm not allowed any more blades until 2024. Yeah, it's not too long. Absolutely love the Moritaka Vortex Iron Earth, not expensive, simple, beautiful, and the Phoenix Arms Arching Save. Awesome, Daz of the Daz. Thank you, Avis. Our shop is Vibe. We have guests in here.
This is a 650-year-old sword. Just got it. 650-year-old. Imagine what that sword.
We just lost TikTok. But anyway,
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I actually have to get ready to go, so we're going to shut this down. But thank you for joining us, and yeah, we'll go live again later.